So here we are on Thanksgiving Eve, and if you look off to this shoulder, not sure if it'll show too clear, it is 9 minutes past 11 at night. Go figure. We're at McLaughlin Hearth, and it's only one thing to do this late on the night before Thanksgiving. Ha ha! We're gonna season our bird. And now that we have the skin separated, we have a whole glob of butter here. Slide that under. You would not believe how much moisture that will allow for your bird to have. Now, I said that I have extra gloves here for a reason. I've touched the raw bird. And that should not be touched in your butter ever again. No. But you still got to butter the outside of the bird. It helps the seasoning to stay on the bird. Now, I know this is going to wind up being a long video, and I apologize, but if you need to take spare butter too, ha ha ha. If you need to take a little time away from everything during this holiday, this would be a good video to watch, I guess. So here we go. I'm just going to take the rest of this. Haven't touched the bird. And I may not even need this other tub of butter, but I got it just in case. You know, one thing we used to say in the military, better have and not need than need and not have, right? Now, this comes, I'll stop with the jokes. I hear you talking about how I'm rubbing the bird. Stop it. This is where it takes a little bit of trickery to not touch the part of the glove that touched the bird, which is one good reason to do it inside out. The reason I do it that way, because I wasn't thinking, still haven't touched, how are we going to do the seasoning? I'm only going to touch the bird with one hand. So this way, I'll be able to say what seasonings I'm putting on this bird. And this doesn't want to work with me, so I guess I'm just going to have to shake it left-handed. Now what we're going to start off with will be some nice onion powder. Get some on the hand, sprinkle it, make sure you get it on all of the bird. Get it on the wings, the legs, throw a little bit inside to add with a little bit of the flavoring as it is cooking. If it clumps up as you're doing it, don't worry about it, because we're going to do the same thing with onion powder. Sprinkle. And this is something you can actually do, this portion of it, you can actually do barehanded if that's your cooking style, because you're not touching the bird yet. The reason the glove is on is because I eventually will be touching the bird. Now, this is just a generic kind of seasoning called beer can chicken. Chicken, turkey, both poultry, so it's made by the Weber company that does the same, grills, and you get recipes and all that. is basically almost like a dry rub. There's a term that's slipping my head right now off the top of my head that I can't think of. As far as preparation. Dry brine. There it goes, it just hit me. Dry brine. And no, I know you can hear her off camera. The Duchess is here, but she has been up for, I'd say, close to 20 hours right now and didn't really want to be on camera, so I'll at least allow her, I won't allow, if she wishes to, she's free to say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
That's the lovely Duchess. And of course, I'm having an issue. There we go. You want to be very light with the salt because there is some salt in regular seasoning. This is just to even everything out. And if your guests wish to have a little more salt, you can always have some on your table. So, again, make sure you get it all nice and evenly, as even as you can. And then you want to go ahead, if it clumps up, go ahead and rub it all in. Because what you're going to wind up doing in the very end, all this will be covered and sitting in the refrigerator overnight. If the Duchess would be so kind, would you please grab the tripod and get a close-up of up here. That is what our bird looks like. As we wrap it up, making sure the tin foil covers all of the bird, and because I'm barehanded, you will notice that I am not going to touch the bird. And that's just for your basic, healthy living. Every portion of this bird will be covered up, and we are going to smoke it in the morning. And through the magic of editing, depending on the time the sun rises, we, probably maybe just me, will see you maybe dark and early in the morning, and maybe bright and early. In this video, we'll see you in just a few seconds. So it's now 6:30 on Thanksgiving morning, and it is 29 degrees. As you can see, we got the fire going nice and good, which we need at 29 degrees. I've already brought the turkey out. We are trying to maintain a 225 degree temperature inside the smoker. It's going to be a little hard at first. As you can see, we're at about 200 right now. But we're going to watch it very closely, as you don't want to overcook too much too soon. And I think that's what I've done with the wood, as it keeps climbing way too high. So we're going to cool it off a bit, and we'll see you as soon as we got it going good. Now you can see how the bird looks when we're beginning. That's after being refrigerated all night, so we're going to cover it up here, just like we did last night. I'm going to put the tripod down so I can use both hands here. And I'm going to let that heat up some. Constantly keeping an eye on this firebox over here and the temperature. So, as we get to cooking, yeah, come down here. So as we get to cooking, we'll stay warm and we'll show you some updates as this bird's going. Now, as I said, we're going to monitor the fire. It's about 7:30. It's warmed up a bit. You can see the sun coming up behind me. Somewhere, actually, just off to my left. You're right. Temperature goes down a bit. Just going to add a few more pieces of wood into this fire. And we're going to try and get this this heat going again. Didn't come all the way down. It's dropped to about 200. And I am using apple wood. Actually, I'm on the phone, so that may come out backwards, and I apologize. This will bring that temperature up very nicely. Now, smoking this turkey is not the only thing that I'm doing in a separate video because I didn't want to make it too long. I'll show you some other stuff that you can do so you don't have to stand out here and freeze your tail off while your turkey is going. See that smoke's coming up through that chimney? Nice. A little oxygen in, get that fire going. That temperature will come right back up to 225 real quick. But I didn't want to make this video too long. And I think I might have, from the preparation last night to the little clips as the Duchess is still sleeping per my request. I'll show you in a separate video what I'm doing while this is smoking up very nicely. There's really no difference in the bird right now, so there's no sense on showing you that, but as we get further along, because we're only just about an hour into it, once that tinfoil opens up and you can start seeing that skin turn nice and beautiful colors, that's when we'll show you what's going on with the bird. So stick around, I got more coming up for you. So here it is now, 11 o'clock at McLaughlin Hearth. This turkey in here has been going for about 4.5 hours now. What do you say we take a peek inside and see what's going on? You can see some beautiful coloring in the water that keeps it nice and moist. And dummy, right? Ooh, look at those juices flowing. Oh, the seasoning came off a bit, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to allow, that's the problem, we got some shadowing going on here. Look at that beautiful bird. We are now going to allow the bird to crisp up and get some good smoke flavor in it. Ooh, that's looking good. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. And we are going to maintain the 225 degrees. As you can see right there, right now, we're at right about 225. Now see, let me do it this way. So I'll edit that part out. So here it is now, 11 o'clock at McLaughlin Hearth. This turkey in here has been going for about 4.5 hours now. What do you say we take a peek inside and see what's going on? You can see some beautiful coloring in the water that keeps it nice and moist. And dummy, right? Ooh, look at those juices flowing. Oh, the seasoning came off a bit, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to allow... That's the problem. We got some shadowing going on here. Look at that beautiful bird. We are now going to allow the bird to crisp up and get some good smoke flavor in it. Ooh, that's looking good. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. And we are going to maintain the 225 degrees. Which you can see right there right now, we're at right about 225. I am really hoping that this video, and the one that I am also doing simultaneously from the inside, I'm hoping that this will not be too long and that you're able to enjoy my preparation of the McLaughlin family Thanksgiving. Turkey outside, one video, all the sides, including the pumpkin pie and the yams that I did, the yam casserole that I did inside, as well as all the other fixings. I'm having a blast doing it. I hope you're able to enjoy watching it. And there will be a message at the end of the other video that has all the sides. So I hope you're able to stick around to the end of that. I'll show you as this continues to go. Some 8 hours and 28 degrees ago, we started cooking this Thanksgiving bird. Can you see it? Why don't you take a closer look? And now we take it off the fire and we bring it in to the dinner table. Happy Thanksgiving.